Ever wonder why November 11th is packed with patriotism and parades? Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Leah. Welcome to the Leah and Garrett Show.
All right, let's roll on. Today we're diving into the history and significance of Veterans Day in the U.S. So picture this. It's Veterans Day, like back in the day, and I've got this vivid memory of going to a parade with my grandpa. He's a veteran. The whole day was filled with this deep sense of pride and respect. I mean, the kind you don't forget. He's told me stories about his service, a different time. You know, it really sticks with you. It gives you a whole new appreciation for what this day is about. Seeing the veterans in those parades standing tall, it was like, wow, that's the spirit of Veterans Day right there.
That's so lovely, Garrett. Real talk, these personal connections make the history we learn more tangible. I'm glad you shared that. All right, on to the next, the basics of Veterans Day. So Veterans Day on November 11th honors all American veterans, living or dead, who served the country honorably during war or peace. It's our way of saying thank you for your service, right? It actually began as Armistice Day after World War I ended on November 11th, 1918. A soldier's pause for peace, if you will.
Totally. And did you know President Woodrow Wilson, our 28th president, was the first to proclaim it in 1919? He emphasized peace and remembrance, kind of planted the seeds for this day's meaning.
And it was in 1926 when Congress urged November 11 to be observed annually as Armistice Day. They saw it as a turning point, promoting peace key. Pretty forward thinking, right?
Fast forward a bit, and here comes Raymond Weeks, a World War II vet. He had this brilliant idea in 1945 of expanding Armistice Day to honor all veterans. That's a solid point in history. This Alabama celebration in 1947 really marked the shift from just World War I recognition to all veterans.
Right? And then you have the pivotal moment in 1954 when President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th president, signed a bill to rename it Veterans Day. A simple change, but it made a big impact, encompassing veterans from all wars.
Let's jump a bit to the 1970s, when the Uniform Monday Holiday Act came into play, moving Veterans Day to October. It was about making more long weekends or something, but people weren't thrilled. So back it went to November 11th in 1978, keeping the historical vibes intact. Let's dig into this.
Which is super interesting because internationally, similar observances like Armistice and Remembrance Day have different focuses. Here in the States, Veterans Day honors living veterans. Elsewhere, it centers more on remembering the fallen. Such differing focuses globally. What's the buzz, right?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It makes you wonder how these observances impact international relations and the perception of veterans around the world. I'm down for that discussion, Leah. Maybe it's all about how stories are told differently across countries.
I totally get where you're coming from. And thinking about how often we see veteran stories in pop culture, or don't, makes me wish for more narratives. There's so much depth there. That's a real opportunity for empathy, keeping it real.
Yeah, no stress, no mess. If we start seeing more diverse veteran stories, it can only bring more understanding. All right, here's where we go next.
Right. Last thoughts, a reminder to study veterans' contributions because it's crucial. Why? Well, each story broadens our view and deepens the appreciation for sacrifice.
And honestly, looking at how other countries celebrate gives perspective on how we view our own veterans' welfare. That's a no-brainer. Stay curious and appreciate those who served.
Take a moment to thank a veteran today. Goodbye from the Leah and Garrett Show.